Greetings everyone. Today I would like to give you guys a presentation about CubeSat Prototype. Our CubeSat Prototype name is Cosmo, and Cosmo completed a mission called Advanced Weather Station. Cosmo was built by 8 high school students from E2 STEM education. 8 of us are representing Cambodia in a competition called First Global Challenge. Even though 8 of us are from different backgrounds, we have different personalities. We also come from different part of Cambodia. Some of us was from Phnom Penh, some of us was from a province. But still, we managed to work together and complete this project. Our supporter throughout this project is our mentors who guide us through these projects, our school who help us a lot, and also First Global Challenge who give us a chance to explore this project.
The CubeSat prototype is a prototype of a real CubeSat that will be launched into the lower layer of Earth. The CubeSat prototype is different from real CubeSat in that it has less sensor for capturing data in space than real CubeSat. The CubeSat prototype is launched by a weather balloon, while the real CubeSat is launched by a rocket. The CubeSat prototype is designed in many ways to accomplish different missions, and we design our own CubeSat prototype to complete the mission that we set, which is Advanced Weather Station. A normal weather station receives data like temperature, pressure, humidity, while an advanced weather station receives data more than that, which means we also receive data of UV light and air quality. And also in Cambodia, no, a lot of people notice this type of data. That is why we hope to spread awareness and help Cambodians understand about it.
And here is our CubeSat component. We use Arduino MK1000, and we use this like the brand of our CubeSat. And we use Arduino MK all-in visual. It is capable to reading temperature, humidity, light, and pressure. And next we use the globe laser PM 2.5 sensor, which is used for continuous and real-time detection of dust in the air. And we use a digital UV index sensor, which is able to provide an accurate measurement of the UVI from the sunlight. And we use BMP 180 for collect the real altitude of our CubeSat.
I'm going to talk about the process of our project. The first steps of this project is to set our mission. And just like we mentioned above, our mission is Advanced Weather Station. The second step is to build the circuits and code the sensors. For the second step, we met a lot of technical problems, and thanks a lot to our mentors for helping us with the technical problem. The third step is ground testings. After finishing the circuit and code the sensor, to make sure that the sensor works and there is no more error, we did a ground testings. Step number 4 is preparations for lunch. While preparing for lunch, we prepare a few material for lunch like parachutes, radar reflectors, and other stuff, and plan things out truly from the day before we went to the lunch set until the CubeSat was landings. And the last steps is to launch the CubeSat and recover it. Right now, I'm going to show you how our CubeSat prototype works by showing you this demo video that we record while doing a ground testing. After finishing coding the sensor, we plug in the battery to make sure the sensor works, and Then when the sensor receives the data will send to an SD card. And when we launch it, the sensors in the CubeSat prototypes will catch the data and save it in the SD cards. And when we recover it, the first thing we need to do is take out the SD cards, plug it in our computer to get the data. The next thing we're going to present about is our launch journey.
Before we launch, we use a simulation to estimate where the balloon will explode and where our CubeSat prototype will land. At first, we want to launch it in Phnom Penh, but if we launch it in Phnom Penh, it will be land on the Aral mountain, which means that it is hard for us to recover our CubeSat prototype. However, if we launch it in Buôn Khmum province, it will be land in Kampong Cham, and it is more easy for us to recover it, because on the way back to Phnom Penh, we travel across Kampong Cham.
On the highest top, we inflate the weather balloon that we get from First Global CubeSat kit. Then, under the weather balloon, we got the parachutes that we use the fabric that we cut from an umbrella. Then, under the parachutes, we got the radar reflector that we use the aluminum foil with the cardboard to make it. And the most important part is the payload, which is a foam box that includes the CubeSat and attached with the camera and GPS tracker that our school provides to us. Just like we mentioned in the last slide, our launch site in the Buôn Khmum province. On 24 September 2021, we went to Buôn Khmum province to launch our CubeSat prototype. But unfortunately, we failed due to the loss of helium gas. We went back to the Phnom Penh and reflect our mistake, and also on 25 we meet our principal and discuss about where can we buy more helium gas and about the fund or the money that we used to buy it. We both gas helium and plan our second launch day on 26. On 26, we successfully launched our CubeSat prototype.
Right now, we're going to show you our launch video.
Yeah! Easy.
The CubeSat prototype landed at Saisanto district, Kampong Cham province. At the time, we GPS signal there, and it was picked up by the villagers. First, they thought it was a boom, so they didn't dare to pick it up. But fortunately, they saw a contact paper that we put under the CubeSat, and they saw a phone number, and they contact us back. We are really happy that they contact us. We successfully received data from 12 kilometers from Earth, and our camera captured the edge of Earth.
Hướng thì bọn em sửa xe bánh lối á. Có thể hướng có nhà khu inspiration មែនតើយើងពួកយើង inspiration ខាងគាត់ទៅរកថ្នោតជួបរបស់យើងទៅសេរឿងខ្លីចាដល់គ្រូខ្ញុំបានថតវីដេអូពេលគាត់និយាយបាទតែយាយលេងញ័រហ្នឹងគ្រូ
unboxing camera unboxing នេះលើដាក់លេងបកស្កត
តិចឯអូ
អើបុកពោះមុនដំបូងយើងចូលនេះមើលសិនទៅ
បាទអត់ថ្មទេក្រៅទៀតអត់អីអត់ខូចទេអត់ថ្មវ៉ាវ
អត់អស់253សេចេះណាមិនទេ
អូខេទៀតពូអត់អី
សៀងមើលខោបងស្ដី
ខ្លាំងហ្មង
Here we go បងមិនរៀន
បងមករៀនអគ្គិសនីចឹងមិនគាត់ដឹងហ្នឹងឃើញកុំព្យូទ័រគាត់ដែរតែឃើញ
Ê, đi xài không?
Dạ em.
Lẽ nó khịt tục.
Ồ, sao này?
Nó khổ đám chẳng bán, nó khổ đám chẳng bán. Anh khổ xin nãy muốn kể. 100 plate. Oh my god. Wow. Dear Transformer, now we can capture the egg of space. Yes.
We're going to talk about our future plan.
Before we get into our future plan, I would like to talk about how we start this amazing journey. At first, we received the kit from the first global challenge, and then we start research and study the CubeSat prototype and the component that we got. Then we set our mission and start to build our own CubeSat prototype. And after that, we test the CubeSat prototype in our school, and there is some error with our prototype, but we continue fixing it until it works well. Then after that, we start preparing the material for launching. After we prepare all the material, we travel to the land location. But as we mentioned above, we actually go to the launch site 2 times, and the first time we failed and the second time we success. And also we recover the CubeSat prototype to get the data as well the beautiful picture you see.
Our team future plan is that we want to research more and develop these projects further. We hope that our projects inspires other Cambodian students to in love with STEMs and believe that there is nothing impossible as long as we all give it a try. We also hope that in the future we can build a real CubeSat that works as a satellite for Cambodia. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation.